All right, we're ready to go. Let's see what we got. He's got 18 grip total. Goddamn. I swear, like every group these days has rep alley. It's insane. Do I have any other gilded crests? Nah. Yo, let's do it. A little Arakara warm up. Hey, how you doing, Raven? Okay. When is the WoW stuff gonna pop up on screen? This drives me crazy. Don't know why it's not properly showing. Change. Specific window. WoW.exe? I know, dude. My game is like fucking with me, man. I know. Is it that? One of these days it'll show, guys. One of these days it'll show. Is it that? No. Transparency? No. I don't know why this keeps happening. New source. Brand new source. World of Warcraft. Specific window. WoW.exe. I wonder if transform, reset transform. Relog real quick. Let me relog real fast. We'll see if it works. OBS has an update like every single day. Who knows? It honestly does. Yeah, I did like a couple hours of Siren Isle stuff, and like it's pretty straightforward. The big downside to it is that I'm relogging real fast, guys. The big downside to the Siren Isle stuff is the fact that it why is it not showing? The gems you unlock for the Siren Isles are set in stone, and so you can't even like kind of customize your gems or any of that other fun stuff. Yeah. Yep, I know, Surfer. I'm trying to fix it right now. I don't know why it's not working. So I'm rolling through and trying to see. Do I have to like turn this off or something? Okay, hang on. I think I found a different option, different way. Hopefully this will work. Just gotta give it a sec. Nope, it just opened 2 instances of WoW and then crashed. God damn it, dude. I'm gonna have to add a new computer to the Christmas list or something at this rate. Okay, loading. Oh my god, it's working! Wait, but it's not working on the mobile stream now! Oh my god, I'm pissed. For some reason, it's not showing for the mobile stream, but it is showing for the regular stream. Ah, yeah. So maybe that's why. Maybe that's why. Yo, what up, Reed? What's the bonus disaster?
Five, 4, 3, 2, 1.
It's not letting me, like... Does it have to be a clone of the source or something? Maybe it needs to be. Fuck. Well, this is super annoying. My mobile stream is just a black screen now. And it doesn't work anymore. They just released tier sets. Okay, I'll check it out again. I'll check it out when I can. There we go. That'll work in the meantime. What's going on, Buckies? Of course they release stuff the second I join a key. Content preview, first look at tier sets, role based. Your healing spells have a chance to apply insurance to their targets. That heals them for X over Y seconds. Insurance, if consumed on an ally, drops below 40% to heal them for more. Okay, so it's like an extra little buff you can apply, basically. Force set, Serenity and Sanctify apply insurance for 10 seconds to one target while Apotheosis is active. Your healing is increased by 1% for every insurance active. Okay. So what do they mean by role based? The 2-piece sets are role based, 4 sets are spec based. So is that just another way of saying that every healer has the same 2 set? But healers have different 4 sets? Weird. Yeah, that doesn't sound exciting. Why would they do that? Why would they do that? Yeah. Nice, Serafita. Two-step bonus can be your unique. Okay. But like in the Holy Priest case, it's just a way. So fucked. In like Holy Priest's position, it's just like a way to apply insurance and then like slightly do more healing. Whoopee, you know? Do you have time to make borrowed power item quest line? When? Yeah, basically every single healer is just gonna have their healing do insurance. Eh. Dude, I swear Blizzard hears that we like stuff, and then they like water it down until we don't want it anymore. It's like they don't work on executing it like better, they just water it down until we don't want it anymore. Yeah. Every single DPS getting the exact same 2-step bonuses. Like, what? It's just, I don't understand it. Because we had all of these new hero talents getting added into the game. and all these new tier set bonuses getting added to the game, and then we like stop. Nah, the new ring is like, you only have specific gems you can get out of the new ring. And those gems are all kind of like a hodgepodge. Like, some of them are healing, some of them it's damage. It's just kind of like all over the place, and so nobody really likes it right now. Yeah. Well, nobody said anything about... I didn't say anything about hero talent spec bonuses. But I'm surprised that they're not kind of coming out swinging with some reworks for some of the hero talents that are underutilized, you know? That's what very much surprises me, at least so far. This gem excavation was bugged when I farmed, so it didn't have a reward. Oh, so you just like are missing a gem compared to everybody else? Ugh. That's fun. So, actually keep putting the mist in the party? Or do you try to spread maintain through RSK? You basically just, like, in between trash pulls, that'll be the time where you are applying renewing mist to people, and then, like, during trash pulls, you're just doing as much fist weaving as you possibly can. If you see that there's some that are running off, you know, last 4 or 5 seconds, you can reapply, and then get back to fist weaving. Yep. Boomy hero talents are pretty 50-50. I guess that makes sense. Because Boomy was like one of the first ones, wasn't it? If I remember correctly. When do I choose between Celestials and Harmony? I always play Master Harmony in dungeons. It's good healing when you need the healing. Great damage otherwise. I guess I can just shoot the Cheebers through. I can't see shit. Easy. It used to be that Master Harmony did like 0 healing, but now it's actually really good. It's very, very good. So, I just made a Mistweaver video, which will probably be the guide for now. It basically breaks down like everything you need to know and goes over a big 17 stone vault run and stuff like that. So, if you're looking for a guide, I'd highly recommend you check that out. Cast the next race for Liquid? Hopefully. Can only hope. Oh yeah, he is eating. He's gonna munch for sure. Boom. Oh. Yay. Think healing's gonna change soon. Burned out of healing. How healing feels in Shadowlands, but switch back to tank. Same time, it annoys me there are hardly any healers. Think healing is feeling good and just me being burned out. Sorry for all the text. No, that's fine, man. I think like healing feels good when I'm playing in like Dawnbreaker pugs. Sometimes in Arakara, but it's like Dawnbreaker pugs, Stone Vault pugs. They actually feel pretty good. I think they obviously could do like big picture stuff in terms of like nerfing defensives and increasing stamina and making it take longer to top people off in raids, all that, which they should, but that's probably like a new expansion type of deal. But I really believe that if they made trash like way less fucking annoying, that would make the game massively better for season 2. I think that they could like, you know, not perfectly fix the problem, but make some like simple changes, and it would actually have like a really big effect on everybody, you know? When your raiders in your guild describe the Windwalker hero talents as one solves problems by punching and the other prays that your celestials will solve your problems. Oh my god. Never played Monk, but does he have AoE heals? Yeah, you got a couple. I'll show you in a sec, man. So basically by default, you are punching and kicking stuff in order to produce healing. That's kind of your default. When you see this jade line, this green line getting dropped on the ground, that usually means I activated my buff, and then my damage becomes healing. Just a simple way to put it, right? But then when it comes to AoE healing, you have a few different options. The renewing mist buffs, the HOTS, the healing over time effects I have on my characters, you can see at the bottom, those all will cleave whenever I flash heal somebody or single target heal somebody. And then of course my damage will just heal anybody who's taken big dam. And then I have a couple different cooldowns to work with. One of them, you see that 10 in the middle of my screen? It's called Shayloon's Gift. And so over time, it starts stacking up with more healing. And then at 10 stacks, it's capped. And then that'll be the area where you can consume it all. And you can see it's all gone. And then it does a big heal for the entire party. Yeah. Up there. How you doing, Swan? No one wants you to do your 18 Grimmatol? I wonder why. I wonder why, big dog. Your 19 Grimmatol? Absolutely. I'm glad you asked. And then the best AoE heal for Monk right now is their, what they call Jade Empowerment. So once you use your Thunder Focus Tea, which kind of just is like, it gives you a buff to some of your next abilities, your Jade Lightning like this produces huge amounts of healing. So basically you can just use more sources of your damage to heal. So this Lightning cast is going to cleave onto extra enemies and produce tons of extra healing. So oh, I think 18 is very doable, humanity. Just finding 5 people is the biggest issue right now. Boom. You still don't have a Spy Masters? Oh my god, dude, you're in poverty. Humanity in shambles. Ooh, 5 guys opening in your city? Let's go, man. Anything to track when you're withdrawing vitality? It's like 10 seconds after your Thunder Focus Tea, your damage effects, your single target damage, Rising Sun Kick, Tiger Palm, etc. is stacking up a dot, or your direct healing effects are stacking up, healing over time of your allies. So basically 10 seconds after you Thunder Focus Tea, it's just a question of like, do you want to damage, do you want to heal? So like right now, I have a Thunder Focus Tea available, but I'm first going to top everybody so that I can just focus on damage. And then by just focusing on damage, all my vitality gets withdrawn, specifically for damage. Nice and simple. You got Gale in your Mistweaver. It's funny because I got Biss in your Monk and gets you single Scardens in your Enhanced Shami. It's a sign. No, I got my Gale as well. It was close behind a Mythic Council kill as a 639 Spy Master is the only thing keeping you from pure Abyss. Buy it from Incarnate on Tychondrius. Smile. Easy. Disc does not have an Archon option. Yeah. For Disc, you can choose Voidweaver, or you can choose Oracle. And Oracle is pretty bad. At least for now. Like I said, I'm half expecting the next patch to have like a lot of changes to like classes and stuff, but I haven't seen anything yet. So, I mean, people have played Oracle. I played Oracle a bunch. Just by its nature for Disc, it gives you longer atonements, but less damage. So your burst is just worse. Thing is, we don't really need longer atonements. So. Well, that's the thing. I kind of half expected the game to be that way, where like some hero talents were just going to be god-awful and like you would just never use them. And I knew that was going to happen, and I was like, listen, it'll be fine if that's how it is on release, because as long as, you know, you have one good hero talent, then gameplay will probably be fine. But now we're getting to a point where it's like, okay, well, like, that's fine at the start, but long term, you know, these need to be better. So. Ever go to the Five Guys that was near Nova's Annex campus off Route 7? I don't believe I was there, but I remember when my like hometown got a Five Guys, and my dad and I would throw peanuts on the floor all the fucking time, man. That shit owned. We'd go there, or we would go to this like family-owned pizza shop near Gainesville when I was like learning how to drive. And so on Sundays in the morning, my dad would bring me to Vint Hill. And it's basically this retired military base, basically. And it was full of cracked up old parking lots. And so he would set up all the cones, and I'd go driving in and out of the cones, parallel parking, you know, evasive maneuvers, all that shit. And then afterwards, we go get pizza or Five Guys or something. Boom. Yeah. Yeah, Monk Hero Towns are in pretty good shape. Priest just needs a class tree revamp for once. And better hero talent bouncing. And a kick. And a battle res. Couple things. Couple little things, you know? Lots of lightning, lots of lightning. Try to do as much damage as I can to bring down this Overseer real quick. So, this is actually a really bad time to kick. Or sorry, bad time to stun, excuse me. When you're in packs like this that are just jumping all over everybody, this is exactly where you do not want to stun anything. Because then it resets all of the jump timers for the mobs, and then they can just, like, start jumping the same person all at once. So you could probably, like, stun if, like, 2 jumped out at the same time, and then you'd only hit, like, 3 of the 5. Or you could stun for, like, the little mobs before the winged dudes come in, but you never want to stun, like, all 5 all at once. Gainesville's all built up? I bet, dude. I bet. I remember houses back then going for, like, $300,000 or $400,000. And they were, you know, like, fine, but did not at all look like it was worth. But nowadays, I'm sure that they've doubled in price in, like, 10 years. I want them all to jump everywhere at the same time? Yeah, because they're going to one-shot me. A mil plus? Yeah, that makes sense. Yep. If only I bought a house in 2008 instead of... Let me do math. Was that 14 years ago? 16 years ago? 16 years ago. Jesus. Yeah, instead of being in high school like an idiot. Playing trumpet. Freaking dummy. Oh, that's actually kind of cool. Spell bop works. I didn't think it was. I did love playing the trumpet. So weird people using keybinds instead of clicking healbot. Healbot is bad. But I also click the frames. You know, just left click to Vivify, right click to Soothing Mist, shift left click to Envelop, stuff like that. But come on, man. Healbot's outdated. It's all about sell these days. All about sell these days. Well, you bought a house graduating from high school? Yep. So messed up that you didn't, man. So irresponsible. Dude, a lot of people still use Healbot. I remember when I made my sell video, there were a bunch of people who were like, are you sure this is better than Healbot? I was like, what? Like, I stopped using Healbot 8 years ago, 9 years ago, you know? You shift an alt? Yep, you can do the exact same thing in sell. Yeah, we just talked about it a sec ago, Raven. The fact that all healers have the same 2-set bonus is pretty silly. Yeah, it's in the description, JT. And I got a video on my website and on my YouTube channel, which goes over all the things as well. How to get it set up, how to get it all squared away, all the install, the works. How you doing, Husky? Yeah, Twitch has been weird lately, man. It's been really weird. Damn, we have a lot of dispels. Which is pump, damn. Average age of a homeowner is 58 right now. What's the median? Yeah, it's pretty nice having extra targets to hit with my lightning. Put your offensive spells in your target, use heal bot. Oh, fuck. Back to reading chat. While never unselecting your target. 10 years doing that. Be weird to change. Well, like, what I do is I have keybinds for just attacking enemies. And then I just click on the frames to heal. Just kind of divvies it up that way. How I feel about the same. Every 2 sets the same based on a roll. I think everybody, let's be honest with ourselves. I think that we know how we feel. I'm not gonna lie. I'm honestly pretty certain we know how we all feel about it. And the answer is we all are not happy with it. There's this sort of like underlying why is Blizzard lazy kind of thing that very frequently sort of permeates the space. And sometimes it's deserved. But then sometimes you have these moments where everybody has the exact same 2-set bonus. And, you know, then those kind of things start bearing a lot more, you know, weight. Right? Sounds good, Toilet. Good luck, my dude. I don't know. Anybody think I'm wrong about that? Is boss your sworn enemy? Well, it did kill our tank, so I think you have plenty of good reason. I think you got plenty of good reason, my dude. You're very justified. Okay, gonna step out. Get dispelled. They changed the position of Omni CD. In the add-on like settings under dungeon, you can choose which add-on that it hooks to, basically. So by default, my setting is automatic, so whichever raid frame add-on that it sees, it'll just attach to. But you might have to specifically tell it, hey, hook to Voodoo, hook to Cell, hook to whatever. Those default frames, etc. You might just have to do that, Natty. Easy game. Whoa. So, exclamation point playlist. Yeah, I usually use the daily mixes and stuff. Mm-mm. Question, I don't know if this question is allowed here, but can you farm all 12 gems? Can I suction my disc with the gems you have now? Not at the moment. Not at the moment, man. I would not be surprised if they did some hotfixes or something like that that then changed it, but, you know. Ever be tanking? I have in like the distant past. Back in the day. But not recently. Not recently. Okay. For the vertical stream, just give me a sec, because I know there's stuff that's going to be scuffed. And I apologize. I don't know why it's doing this. I have a game capture. I can't have the same game capture. It's so weird. I can't have the same game capture in my OBS for the vertical stream and the horizontal stream anymore. And I don't know why. No habla, Mauricio. Sorry, man. Does play into the lazy aspect, but from a tuning perspective, it might be easier, which would be nice for tuning. Now you're picking between the lesser of two evils. Yeah, I mean, you could. I'm sure that's like an argument that they have in-house. I mean, I never took Spanish, Harold. I don't know, man. I mean, maybe there's an OBS up. I'm sure that there is, because I swear to God, there's a new OBS update every freaking day. But I don't know why it would like stop my shit from working, basically. All right. Well, I can just do this in the meantime. But I can't update OBS without restarting the whole stream, and we're not doing that. So, you know. Vertical stream's working right after joining GB Pug. We clip farming tonight. I basically have it set to like a desktop view, or desktop view like this, where, you know, it has like a lot of the overlays not present, but, you know, good enough. So, yo, how you doing, Demrick? I'm doing great, man. How about you? So, let me I'll check out the video. Let's see. Is it long? Two new delves. Players will travel deep into the Goblin City of Undermine, the capital of the Goblin Trade Empire. A city like none other, stands a testament to Goblin intelligence, creativity, blah, blah, blah. Goblin culture. Where's Zalatath, though? I don't get it, man. All right, meet the cartels. Meet them up. Dynamic, revolutionary improvements to vehicular experiences. You want to make sure you have your sweet ride to roll around town. Players can earn a customizable vehicle early on that's designed just for use in Undermine, pushing the boundaries of locomotion on the roads and speed through its causeways and byways at a higher rate than ground mounts. Yep. Let's see. Excavation Site 9 takes place in a new section behind Opportunity Point. In the southern portion of the Ring Deeps, players will experience the Void corruption here as it overtakes Titan ruins and experience the ongoing conflict between the Void and the Titans. New PvP arena. Three to 5 times faster than normal ground mounts. Faster than dragon riding at full upgrades. Wait, that's wild. It's going to be tough to actually drive around with it unless you have like big racetracks and shit. You know? Can't wait for clips to show up people drifting and WoW with a Tokyo Drift song going on in the background. I know, right? Yeah, the preset's lame. Every healer having the same 2-step bonus is pretty lame. New 8-boss raid takes you through the city streets and into the magnificent Galagio. Brimming with color and extravagance, it houses the dark secrets of its owner, Gallywix. Things are done the Goblin way, and encounters are bound to get a little zany. Players can expect encounters such as the Cauldron of Chaos, where a gorilla and mechanical Tyrannosaurus face off in combat. A tank that shoots flames. Whoa! And a DJ boss where you'll be compelled by the power of sound to listen to Gallywix alone, as well as encounter Gallywix himself and his fantastical mech. Epic mounts to earn from the encounters, take out into the world, new gear sets, set bonuses themed around the magnificent Galagio. The two set will be unique per role, while the 4 set will cater to a specific specialization, lending themselves a little something special to everyone. Yeah. Something more where Zalatath is concerned. There's more at play than what it seems, and Goblin politics are treacherous and fraught with the underpinnings of something more where Zalatath is concerned. All right. Keep an eye out for the PTR in the new year ahead. Man, give me PTR now, man. All right. Yeah, I don't know. The tank that shoots flames part was like, okay, whoa. Yeah. Well, you know, there's been more than a few of those, so it's like, you know. Yeah. That part was just funny. With a tank and a canister. Ooh, now we're talking. Sign me up. Take my money, Blizzard. Oh, is there a let's see. How long is the video? Oh man. Shit going fast. Hang on. Hang on. I gotta give me a sec. Vroom vroom. I have it on like extra slow right now because I wanna take it in. The city looks fantastic. This looks like the PvP arena. How do you make it stop with the pop-ups, man? Trying to just look, you know? I feel like I'm back in the internet of like early 2000s. Every website I go to, every place I go to has like a million fucking pop-ups these days. It drives me insane. Don't know if you guys are experiencing the same thing. I do have an ad blocker, but it doesn't work. Well, some sites it works. This place looks awesome. I'm gonna try and start the key. But I mean more so like cookie pop-ups or like the pop-ups that are like save 50% for like one single item if you give us your email and phone number and everything. And it's like you have to like click fucking no.
4, 3, 2,
It's just like, I don't know. There's like massive walls to do shit. There's just massive walls to get anything done.
The void.
You have LimeWire installed on your computer still? Exactly. Yeah, it's not like just ads, it's just like the website itself and their pop-ups. Yeah. Someone who popped one defensive all key tried to tell me how to heal because he had 200 more IO than you on DPS. You just love people. You just love the MMO experience. Oh, man. Here, I'll go watch the full-fledged video after this key. Oh, so much lightning. Oh no, he enraged all of them. Rip my kick. Yeah, we were slamming on that one. We were slamming. Yeah, I used the cell targeted spell weak aura. It was having some issues after I installed the cell unit frames, but they fixed it, thankfully. Yeah. I'll watch the video and stuff like that after Delinko. But I saw the priest tier set, just, you know, didn't think much of it. Just didn't think too terribly much of it. Not a good first impression with how long the season is shaping up at last. It's not. It's really not. It's just... There's so many times when I play WoW where I'm just confused as to how shit just doesn't get, like, better over time. You know? There's just these moments where I feel like WoW just kind of goes, like, backwards. And it's like, well, like, we don't have any raids over, like, 8 bosses anymore. Like, we had a long time of no tier set bonuses. Like, if there's one thing that WoW people just really want to have a lot of, it's a lot of change. Like, a lot of times where specs feel new, different, unique. Because we keep paying for this bullshit, I guess, man. It's just so weird. Like, we just had all these new hero talents, and we had set bonuses, and now we have, like, less, and... I'm really, really hoping that there's, like, a bunch of class changes coming, too. It's about money, right? They want to appease to more gamers, the dad gamer. Well, dad gamers fucking love class changes, man. And we just paid Blizzard, like, millions of dollars with the mount. So, give us some class changes. You know? Yo, Drake, and thank you for the prime. I'm not a dad, but I'm an old man. This isn't old man gaming. Blizz needs all the devs on $250 flying long boys. Yeah. Why are you in melee? Why are you in the corner? There you go, Tankums. I mean, I get that they care about those mounts. So does their player base, but... I feel like WoW is, like, making the good money. And it's like, but just give us more content. I don't know. That's... We pay you money, we get more services. More stuff. Simple. Sounds great, doesn't it? Well, the nice thing about what Wowhead's been doing lately has been that they're, like, more willing to flex their clout, to kind of call out Blizzard when dumb shit's happening. And for that, I appreciate them. Because they just put up an article of, like, hey, here's the new stuff, and it's really, really sucky right now, and here's why it's sucky. Stuff like that, where it's like, oh, good. I'm glad they're talking about that kind of stuff. I'm glad they're explaining to people why it's bad. I'm glad they're basically calling out Blizzard for making it bad, you know? That's right. Wowhead's not shilling anymore. They're like, yo, Blizzard. And I don't mean to be a hater, but I am really kind of confused as to why classic sod stuff like that feels like it gets, like, I don't know, more respect, or sometimes it feels like it gets more stuff than retail. Am I alone in this? Am I just totally off base? I'm just curious, okay? I definitely do not have a just PvP guide, thank goodness. Boom. Sod is popping off right now. I don't know, man. It's just so weird that retail feels like they're like, oh, just keep doing the same thing. And then they're like, whoa, there's like all this new Sod stuff. And I'm like, bro, where's our stuff? Fair amount of retail players feel the same if they'd kept up with the classic stuff. Yeah. Well, I feel like it's so bad splintering the player base in like 5 different pieces. Current Twitch viewers, more community in classic, OnlyFans, Golden Goose, attention. Yeah. But it's not like retail hasn't dominated for ages, though, you know? And that's where it feels like it like makes me wonder. I'm like, well, why is it happening this way, you know? Wouldn't say it gets more attention. I would say it's too much attention. We've all played it before, but we're here to play the new game, not the old shit. That's how I feel, personally. But I know people like the old stuff. I don't have a problem with them adding more old stuff. It just feels like there's moments where retail itself is not getting the innovation, I guess you could say. And I mean, I think that's probably the biggest thing in my mind is like, where's the innovation happening? We've been getting a lot of class changes for like hero talents, and I think for the most part, hero talents are a good success, 100%. But then we kind of get these like weird ass drought periods where classes don't get changed for a long time, you know? There you go. Big stun. It's like they have their class balance team working on other stuff. That's what I think. That's long what I've thought. Yeah. More class tree at the end of midnight. That's the thing, is I don't really want like more class tree. I just want like more iteration on it. Like, hey, this thing didn't work. Okay, like let's change it up a little bit. How do the hero talents like influence you to take different changes? We don't need to have like a PoE class tree. Yeah. Doing pretty well, Dan. How's it going, man? Yeah, we don't need to have PoE class tree. That shit's crazy. I played for like 2 hours the other day and I was like overwhelmed. Oh, why? First thing about PoE is getting used to the standard of GGG development. Oh, that it's high and stuff? Yo, what up, coffee? Ever had meetings with top players to discuss balance and stuff? Nope. Back in the day, they had like a private forum for people. For like top players, theory crafters, stuff like that. But people kept leaking, basically, and so they shut that shit down. People could not stop leaking. Because, like, players would get mad that Blizzard was doing X instead of Y, and then they would, like, leak to everybody that, you know, Y was happening or something, and then, yeah. Yep, there'll always be leaks. But it ended up being, like, leaks that resulted in, like, devs being harassed, so, you know, kind of the worst. So... somebody who plays a lot, you have any thoughts about why they don't tune specs like enhanced, something you don't see? I think, in general, it's good to not just destroy a spec like enhanced for being really, really powerful. But at the same time, you need to do something, and that something is basically just make sure that there's other specs that can do similar amounts of damage, especially in high AoE. And then we never really got another spec update that shifted that around a little bit. Like, if you remember when Ret Pally got its rework in Dragonflight, it was kind of like in the middle of a season. And so that actually resulted in, like, a bunch of people swapping to Ret Pally, but it didn't, like, destroy all of the good specs at the time either. You know, there was, like, 5 or 6 good specs. You know? Fun events for PvE? Oh, they need to, man. What they really need to do is they need to have a brawl system for, like, affixes, so that we can test affixes and kind of see if they're good or shit or what. And they should purposely make more affixes, especially at, like, lower levels, that are just, like, crazy-ass power-ups. I think people would have a lot of fun with that. Oh, yeah. At least he stunned me really late. Little stun. Like the nudes here said. It's really not helping Blizzard. I gotta tell you, you know who's been, like, spitting lately? Wowhead and Bellular. He was saying something today about how, like, appearances and, like, judging a book by its cover is kind of everything these days. And having the start of a season or the start of a new patch go poorly or buggy or whatever really, really fucks the season. And I'm like, that's so fucking true, man. That's so true. People's judgment is, like, snap decisions these days, you know? So, like, they gotta do better. They gotta be doing better. Oh, like a lightning on the move. Woo! Easy recovery. I have to see this. People get upset and mad. We want the game to be good. We don't want to hate on the game. I mean, some people might. Yeah. Good save. You are absolutely spot on, though, Zelion. You're right. Some people do want to just dump on the game the whole time, but I think at this point you can kind of see the people who are the good actors versus bad actors in terms of, like, we complain because we want stuff to be better kind of deal, you know? Yeah. What's a Zally bargain for this week? Rains down orbs that empower enemies or players. So it's just soak the orbs. Soak the orb stuff. How you doing, Hrog? That would be pretty cool to have some weapon enchants kind of coming back into the mix in PvE as item rewards. That would be kind of cool. You know what I'm really, really hoping for, though? I'm hoping so much that housing is going to have a huge amount of collectibles for raids and plus PvP, whatever, right? I hope that there's a ridiculous amount of those things. Oh, PvP, get this. Oh, you know, do raids, get that. Oh my god, I hope so. Really do not want to use any lightning, and I don't have any stacks of Shayloon. Is he going? Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Big dog's going in. No. Lost a full lightning there. Trophies for killing bosses defeats his strength. Oh, yeah. I talk about the role-specific two-piece. Yeah, it's stupid. Do I make... Is it worth a video? I don't know if I want to make a whole video and be like, this is stupid. I changed my M+ team. Just noticed new names popping up in my priest runs. I've been playing with Drogo quite a lot lately, yeah. A video, maybe Blizz changes it. I doubt it. It's a TikTok, exactly. Exactly. Oh, dude, I was so glad I got that 17 Borealis done, dude. About design philosophy when it comes to it and how it's kind of a step backwards. Yeah, that could be good. Could be good. I am going to visit family tomorrow, so depending on what I have time for. We'll go watch the Undermine video right after this, though. How's about the survey going around with the new classes they're looking at? Oh, you know, I really should have made a video about that, too. I am pretty interested in that. Mainly because it does seem like they're just really, really pushing the support stuff. They're like, fuck it. They're basically just doubling down on it, which is, I don't know, somewhat surprising, somewhat not surprising. I can't decide. It's not surprising for Blizzard. I would say it's not surprising at all for Blizzard. But I have a conspiracy theory about it. I have a conspiracy theory that they are basically already done making it, but they want to figure out what flavor they attach to it. Does that make sense? I think that they already have another support. They're just needing to decide, do we want this support to be Tinker themed? Do we want it to be Bard themed? You know, that kind of thing, you know? But I kind of have a feeling we're going to get it, like, midway through this expansion, you know? That's my feeling. Oh, no, Zillion. Make a video where you call them lazy and say they don't play their own game. Insta million views. Like the idea of a theme per raid, but why not make it a specific enchant or embellish? Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I just gotta make sure it's 8 minutes long so I can run ads on it, coffee. You know. Oot. Double jump just fingered me, man. What is that calm? Yeah, we need a star beam from the skies. A little bit of that. There we go. Virgil, thank you for the prime and the 3 months, my dude. Boop. Fluff with comparisons between retail and Wrath. Oh my god, dude. You need to be my content guru. Just layer in the nostalgia at the same time that you say Blizzard bad. Instant million views. Yeah, we're gonna check it out at Sec Toilet after this run. Oh, alright, cool. Rage bait video templates, yep. Next patch will be the waiting room for Mop. Man, I can't actually. Oof, Legion Remix though. Legion Remix though. I'm kind of surprised they didn't go in order, but you know, whatever. What can you do, right? Oh my god, that's a lot of words. Gotta wear a Luigi outfit if you do a video about the tier sets with the insurance claims agent. That maybe not a good time for that today. Maybe not a good time for that. Scared of many words? I am, dude, I am. It's my biggest fear. Yeah, Anna got cut off. Can we do the message in less words, Al? I'm busy letting my teammates die. TLDR, how do you heal? Check the guides. Bam. Easy game. Oh, secret agents? Not me. Disc Priest on Vault 10, Tank Flame. Maybe Curse was caused. Can't dispel the curse. I mean, if they have, like, appropriate gear, they should not be dying. That's, like, skill diff, you know? If it's about, like, Edna, you gotta make sure you're dispelling them at the right time on Edna, where you're dispelling them, like, basically as the next Tank Smash happens. You know, Tank Smash 1 happens, and it places a debuff on them. You don't dispel it. You dispel it before Tank Smash 2, right? But you should probably, when you pug, bring like 2 Curse Dispels to both Grim Batol and a Stone Vault. And then if people are not dispelling, then they're freaking goobers, you know? Back in Wrath, we didn't have these punishing mechanics. God, so true. It's really a shame. It's a shame I didn't play Wrath. I'd have so much more clout. And I could be like, back in Wrath. The best time of World of Warcraft. When everything was perfect. And nothing was ever wrong. And Blizzard loved us. And there was never content droughts. Yeah, it feels really great. I'm glad you saw that, Micro. Damn, I'm kind of getting fucked. Back in the Wrath, you can get drunk with the boys and clear the hardest difficulty in the raid. God, so true. Game's so messed up these days. Yeah, lighting is so nice for that. How do you heal third boss at dawn? What's the third boss? The last boss? First phase on the boat, just use all your defensives, all your cooldowns, all that kind of stuff. You know, you have 2 different rounds of crud you gotta heal through, basically. And then, like, second phase, basically you have people use personals when they run out for Spinneret strands. Use, like, Rapture Shields on them for the Spinneret strands if they don't have stuff. And then always have, like, your Squid, your Mindbender, all that kind of stuff. Yeah, for the next round. Hey, and we bazap again. That's why you do dungeons anymore? With friends. With friends. I don't know, if you can get like a dedicated group, and if you're trying to like level up to like 12s, for example, probably the best thing that you can do. Woo! Points! Probably the best thing you can do when you're playing with a group is like try to do like an 11 into a 12 kind of stuff. Those things are always huge. Easy. Oh, Orb into AoE. You should always have Squid and your Bender every single time for every single AoE. You gotta like be watching your timers. But basically, you just always have Barrier. Maybe even like a self-pain sup and stuff. Maybe even have a self-pain sup for the combo effect. All right, let's go watch this video. Let's go watch this video. But I have a whole video that's dedicated to like high-level Dawnbreaker on my YouTube if you wanted to see like step-by-step Jeffrey. It's like how plus 18 Dawnbreaker was healed. You can always just like fast forward to that one specific section. Yeah. Alright. Let's check this out real fast. Oh, Razor sponsor.
Hello and welcome to WoWcast. Today we're diving deeper underground into the next content update for The War Within, Undermined. Joining me today are 2 developers from the team who helped bring this update to life. Please introduce yourselves.
Hi,
It's
I'm
David.
Ian Hollings. I'm a game designer who focuses primarily on Battleground and arena maps.
Hi, I'm Mark Collada. I'm an assistant lead quest designer and the point for the Undermined update.
Thank you for joining us today. Let's jump right in. What made Undermine the perfect location for this major update?
Is low? I'll get it.
Undermine is a location that we've seen throughout the lore of World of Warcraft for quite a while, both in manuals back from 1999. I think it was just like a little location at the south of the map, to Cataclysm and seeing it in gossip text and other interactions with goblins. So for us, it didn't make a lot of sense to put it in the first 4 zones, but it certainly makes a lot of sense to put it here. Another thing that we really wanted to do when we
Why?
were looking at Undermine was goblins. Goblins, of course, are this zany, creative, chaotic race that we have in World of Warcraft, and we really haven't seen a lot of development in their culture and who they are, their stories. And so this is our way of making sure that, like, hey, players, we want to give you more stories that are based in cultures that we have not yet seen in the world, but then also make sure that we are connecting it back to the larger story as a whole within the World Soul Saga, and especially the War Within. For us, at least, we get to do really cool stuff. We get to interface with the 4 different cartels, the Bilgewater, Blackwater, Steamweedle, and Venture Co. And each one of them and their leaders, as we've got to know throughout World of Warcraft. So we have Monty Gazlo for Bilgewater, Marin Noggenfogger for Steamweedle, Baron Revelgaz for Blackwater. Don't worry, if you've been killing goblins in Booty Bay, you'll be fine there.
My rep.
Yeah. And then Venture Co., not a cartel, but you'll see what we have in store for them. Normally antagonists, but much like everything with goblins, they can shift their allegiances based on whatever it is that they choose to, and we will explain that more within the story.
I'm so excited to learn more about the goblins and their crazy antics. Speaking of the cartels, if we partner with the cartels, what do we get from that?
So the experience that you have in an Undermine will
We know what that is.
change based on the different cartels you ally with. So if you decide to go with Blackwater, Baron Revelgaz will be the one blabbing at you in World Quest in his very awesome, what is a pirate goblin sort of voice. And you'll go around and do different things for the Blackwater cartel. And with that, you will also be able to unlock customizations for your car, different transmogs, toys, sort of the general things that we would expect to come out of a friendship reputation that you're earning throughout the experience.
Speaking of cars, this new vehicle system Drive was mentioned in the Warcraft Direct recently.
Yep.
David, do you have more information on this?
I do, yeah. Drive, which stands for Dynamic and Revolutionary Improvements to Vehicular Experiences, is going to be the new way that you get around Undermine. It's roughly 3 to 5 times faster than a ground mount and a little faster than skywriting at full speed.
I think once people really get a feel for that speed, I guarantee people will really start to see just how fast this car is pretty quick.
How does progression work with the vehicles?
Right, so you'll get your car from Nanny Tallulah, and she's gonna send you on some shipping and handling activities to gain some currency and get some parts for your ride, and you'll be able to customize your ride, whether you're getting new colors, make it faster, or even change how it drifts.
Oh, that looks
You'll
pretty
be able
cool.
to make it your own. Throttle control is going to be extremely important when you're trying to control your car around those like really tight turns of the Undermine.
Also, we do have timekeeper races that players can go and challenge themselves to 4 courses. We have both the forward and the
upstream
reverse
races.
course, and then we want to just see how you decide to make it your own with other players. If you want to do your montages, you're taking a drift in front of the hotel and put it to your favorite music, and please do, right? Like, we really want to see how people make this sort of like an experience they're getting into themselves.
All right, now let's switch gears and let's talk about delves.
Gears.
Hey, don't make fun of my pun, okay?
There will be 2 new delves, Excavation Site 9 and Side Street Sluice, as well as new variants of Goblin-themed delves for the majority of the War Within delves. There will also be a new Zekfir-style encounter as well that's going to be hosting all new rewards.
Oh, cool. Do you have an example of one of the rewards?
There will be a new mount, the Gobtrotter mount, with new customization options as
that
well,
looks sick.
including a gold variant version for the challenge mode.
Oh,
Damn.
similar to like the Void one that's out right now if you beat Zekvir.
Exactly.
Can you tell us more about Side Street Sluice and Excavation Site 9?
So Side Street Sluice takes place in the sewers of Undermine, and you will get to see what Dark Fuse is trying to do in the sewers, what control they're exerting within the space, and the other sort of antics of goblins away from the public eye and their machinations within the sewers. And Excavation Site 9 takes place in a new section behind
Drive
Opportunity Point
autopilot.
at the south of where we're going in the Ringing Deeps. In it, you're going to see sort of like void corruption overtaking Titan ruins to sort of show this eternal conflict we have seen through the history of World of Warcraft of Titans versus void. Within it, of course, you will go and see why it is called Excavation Site 9 with the goblin-themed antics that are down there. It is a super cool environmental storytelling sort of space.
So is our
Pretty cool.
trusty sidekick still Bran Bronzebeard?
Our trusty sidekick is still Bran Bronzebeard, yes.
I'm sorry. He just looks so uncomfortable saying yes. It's really not a big deal at all. But you know someone's going to be like, they told us it would be a different person. And it's not. No. The dude's looking down the entire time he talks, super uncomfy. I mean, not everyone is good at public speaking. And it's a very different skill to be like good at designing video games versus good at like talking in front of a camera. Speaking from experience, you know? Like, that's why you have in like a corporation, you have like engineering and then, you know, project managers and all that other stuff. So, yeah. Yeah. It's one thing when you're like explaining the nitty gritty to somebody who can like kind of get it versus like you have to explain it to like everybody who has no idea. Why do you have to attend meetings? Riddle you that? Because you made the decision to get paid more money, John. And you fucked up because that means more meetings for you. Don't you get it? I have people skills. I'm good at talking to people. God, I love I love Office Space. Talking in front of a camera, I'll not be looking at the camera or anyone else in the room. Yeah, it takes time. Okay. More meetings without more money? Oh. Well, shit. Sounds like he got screwed.
So we decided to go with Bran for the entirety of The War Within, as he is a character people have grown fond of early on in season 1, with all of his meme potential about webs and Nerubians popping out of them. And also,
We kept him because people love him. Shave my armpits? No. That's not what guys do. Not in America.
it gives us an opportunity to rethink what a sort of expansion level companion will be, instead of season over season constantly changing and forcing people to relearn the mechanics, the abilities, sort of the kit that Bran has. Also, within season 2 and at the launch of the Undermined update,
True, some
Bran
bodybuilders
will
do.
be receiving a new tank specialization.
Finally.
So if you're a healer, you
Finally.
no longer have to feel that you need to spec change into a role that isn't the one that you're connected to. He'll be a ranged tank, so he has a shield and a gun, and then a new set of abilities that
That's actually it'll be a range take, shield and a gun. Let's fucking go.
he will receive for that. Not only that, but we also have goblin curios that we're putting in there, goblin-themed curios. So a dwarf, such as Bran Bronzebeard, with sort of his personality and how sort of larger than life he is, what is he going to do when he's interacting with rockets and bombs and malfunctioning devices throughout the delving experience? There is a special curio that you can receive from doing the challenge encounter.
Oh.
And it'll allow Bran to call down a mech that you then, as a player, can pilot in the delve.
That is so cool.
Yeah, so it's going to just tie into sort of the goblin fantasy of everything we have within Undermine.
Now let's talk about Season 2, which starts 1 week after the Undermine update. Let's go straight into PvP.
Wait. You guys hear that? 1 week after season 2 gets started. And it sounds like they're going into Mythic first. Like, I mean, I know they said they would, but it's kind of like the reconfirmation, you know?
So there's going to be a new arena called the Cage of Carnage, and it's unlike any arena we've ever done before. We took a look at the map pool, and we noticed that we were missing a couple smaller maps. So we decided to make this map a little bit more cutthroat. Players will be dropped in through a trap door and separated only by a metal platform that'll have ramps on every corner. It's going to be quite a tight fit. It should make for some explosive gameplay.
Well, that's what PvP players can expect. What can PvE players expect in Season 2?
Yeah, so there's going to be a new dungeon called Operation Floodgate. It's going to be a 4-boss dungeon that's taking place in the Ringing.
Hang on. Rewind.
PvE players expect in Season 2.
Look at these
Yeah,
bosses.
so there's going to be a new dungeon called Operation Floodgate. It's going to be a 4-boss.
There was like, what, mechs with guards? God, they go through the scenes so fast.
Yeah, so there's going to be a new dungeon called Operation Floodgate. It's going to be a
mech with some guard dudes patrolling around.
4-boss dungeon that's taking place in the Ringing Deeps. It's going to be at that big dam that you might have seen, and we are preventing Ventrico and Dark Fuse from knocking over that dam and flooding the region. So players can enter this dungeon immediately, but Mythic Plus will come out once the season begins. The new Mythic Plus dungeon rotation will include the new dungeon Operation Floodgate, as well as the 4 remaining War Within dungeons. But it will also include some older dungeons, the Mechagon Workshop, the Motherlode, and the Theater of Pain.
Yep. Sorry.
The like one, I guess it's probably because they have like a lot of like blood sport kind of stuff in the new patch, and that's why they chose theater to be on brand. But it's just so funny that they're like goblin stuff, goblin like gnome stuff, theater pain.
Sorry about Theater of Pain. You're going to be farming my trinkets yet again. I know Soul Letting Ruby is one of the very popular ones that people went after.
I'll be going after that.
And then, of course, with Mechagon, we do have our lovely cogwheel skill shot trinket that I'm really excited to see people use again, especially when they're fighting other motorcycles in Undermine and the raid itself.
Now let's talk about the new raid, Liberation of Undermine.
Okay, so Liberation of Undermine. It is going to be an 8-boss raid. It will unlock a week after.
Oh, this guy looks sick. Damn.
The Undermined update goes out. And then we have our story mode also unlocking a week after that. So we saw success with Nerebar Palace and Queen Ansarek in terms of people going into the story mode. You get to experience the encounter, you get to see the cinematics. And for us, Galliwix's encounter is a really core part of the story that we are telling within the Undermined update. And so, of course, it was a no-brainer. We wanted to make sure that we gave you that story mode so you can go in there as well. In regards to this 8-boss raid, things in Undermine happens the Goblin way. And the raid itself is very much a way with which you can see what zany, crazy encounters our encounter designers cooked up and did it in a way that's very goblin-y. A couple notable examples that I would call out is we have the Cauldron of Carnage that is going to have a gorilla versus a mechanical Tyrannosaurus that are going to fight each other, kind of a reference. We have the big tank that does the massive J-turn flame.
What's the reference to, chat? You said gorilla versus Tyrannosaur, kind of a reference? Tyrannosaurus Rex is not Godzilla. Come on. Rampage? Oh, wait, like the old, like N64 game? Wait a minute. Yeah, I remember this game. That's right, I remember this game. This shit owned. Yeah. I had this game back in the day. N64, you actual child. Yeah, man. Shut up. This game owned.
Shooting out of it. And then we have our DJ boss, who compels you by the power of sound in order to listen to Galliwix and not to anyone else.
Owned.
And then lastly, of course, the Galliwix encounter, once people see that mech and also what the mythic mount will be, I feel a lot of people are going to be trying to see how they can get to cutting edge because it
save up your gold.
is wild.
I'm very excited about the Carnage fight because that T-Rex, the Mechasaur, that also has a chance to drop a mount, and as a collector, I want that mount so bad.
It's the coolest mount in the game, in my opinion.
Gimme. Mythic Viewer, Jack Mythic Viewer runs all season. That's right. That's right. Just out of the kindness of my heart. Getting everybody their Mythic boss kills.
Are there any other rewards we can look out for?
Well, with a new raid comes new gear sets and set bonuses, and these set bonuses are going to be themed around the Magnificent Galagio. Whether you're a tank that wants a little bit more luck.
Each time you take damage, you have a chance to cast Shield Wall for 4 seconds and gain Luck of the Draw. Wait, so that's going to go for every single tank? They just cast their Shield Wall, their... What, Guardian of Ancient Kings, all that other kind of fun stuff? So you can just randomly proc a defensive. Increases your damage dealt by 15%. During Luck of the Draw, Shield Slam's chance to crit strike is increased by 50%, and its crit strikes reduce the cooldown of Shield Charge. Woo, random procs.
The draw
for
or a
tanks.
healer that needs a little agio. Gear sets and set bonuses.
Oh,
and
yeah,
these
I'm
set
sorry.
bonuses are going to be themed around the magnificent Galagio. Whether you're a tank that wants a little bit more luck of the draw or a healer that needs a little bit added insurance, the 2 set bonuses are going to be unique per role, but the 4 set bonuses are going to be unique per specialization. And there should be something for everyone.
There's that uncomfortable silence right after they say this. That uncomfortable silence. Yeah. So insurance heals them for 800k over 15 seconds, and insurance is consumed if an ally drops below 40% HP. So, I mean, insurance is a cool idea. It's a cool idea. I mean, it's not a unique one. We had that with like High Father's Machination back in like Legion or something like that, which is really good. Yeah. But like, if Apotheosis is active, your Holy Word Serenity and Sanctify apply assurance to one target. So you have to have Apotheosis up anyway. Yeah.
A little bit added insurance. The 2 set bonuses are going to be unique per role.
Wait. We also didn't talk about this.
2 set bonuses are going to
Look at this set. Why do they have this set on an undead? It actually would look so good if it was not on an undead player. I don't know if I really like these shoulders or the helm. Yeah, I agree. Like, I don't like the shoulders and helm, but like, I like the idea of having like the outwards flowing stuff. Yeah. Yeah.
going to be unique per role, but the 4 set bonuses are going to be unique per specialization. And there should be some.
It does not look like a goblin set, honestly, for any of this stuff. We got pirate, druid, drust looking dude. Yeah. Yeah, this is what we're watching right now, hipster.
Something for everyone.
I don't know, kind of a forge gladiator kind of guy. The rocket maces, the weapons look good, but the tier set bonuses don't really seem like they match at all with the goblin theme. Yeah.
Before we wrap up, what are you both most excited for with this update?
Oh, it's got to be drive for me. I mean, I cannot wait to start drifting around the Undermine between queues. It's going to be my new anti-AFK activity for sure.
Going in circles, just like how we always do.
Absolutely, but this time sideways.
So I'm excited for 2 things about the Undermine update. 1, I finally get to be able to talk about Undermine, which is awesome. 2, players getting to experience the new take on Goblin culture. One of the things that the team from StoryCorps all the way down that we have really been excited about is really showing a more relatable story about goblins. And I cannot wait for people to see the passion that has gone into everything about Undermine. I cannot wait for people to experience from our local stories to our main campaign. There is a lot of love and care and passion put into Undermine that really resonates throughout the whole experience. And it really was this moment of just everyone who is excited to work on goblins. We finally were able to be like, here it is. Let's do our best that we can in terms of creating this super compelling story.
Oh, he's been locked in a basement while working on this. See, he's either been locked in a basement or he worked on this like ages ago and then they like delayed it or, you know, canceled it temporarily and then they brought it back now. I kind of think it might be the next one. They hinted that there would be some kind of Xalatath reference going on, and I hope that they deliver.
Thank you guys so much for talking to me about Undermined, and thank you for tuning into Wowcast, and we'll see you next time in Undermine.
Whoop. God damn it, Don. They're almost certainly going to make it so that there's like a lot of like race checks and stuff. Helping Gallywix? Maybe. Maybe. Oopsie, wrong button. Average player really cares about visuals. We ain't all about the gear and the drops. Yeah. Here, let me go to the bathroom and get a drink real quick. What'd you guys think? Let me know. Let me know. Be right back. All right. Undermine? More like underwhelmed. Okay. So I always get when they say like, hey, just getting more developers doesn't mean more content. Makes sense, right? But why does it feel like they like grab the game developers who are designing tier sets or designing specs, and then they just like go shove them onto another project? I don't get it. All right, tell me when, Merle. Have I seen the days played? What's the source for that? Ooh, that looks pretty good. 6 people around so you don't have to rehire, lose uptime, I guess. I guess, man. Lead designer on pet battles and let's test with class balance for the upcoming raid. I feel like I feel like they literally just have like class balance people, and then they like are like, hey, we need more help with designing this. Come help with this. They kind of get like pulled from it. Okay. Wait, can you just link this white scale? I don't know what you're talking about. It's cool to dislike the game these days. Objectivity is going to be hard to find. Of course. Content pacing is better, but the content's certainly a little less wow-inducing. No pun intended. Yeah. What's the idea behind not taking AoE heal talents for Holy Priest? They're all just really bad. Yeah, they just don't do any healing. I'm gonna be a meta healer? That'd be nice. I mean, I'm, what, 3571 on my priest, and I don't have people around right now to do 18s with. So, having fun on another character. I'm probably gonna push for title on it too. Yeah, Disc is super fun right now, Stein. Yeah. It's super, super fun, man. If their Holy Priest changes come with a new season, I think a lot of people are hoping for that, yeah. I think a lot of people are hoping for that. And by affection, well, it comes and goes. Windwalker, Prot, Enhance, Og. Actually, don't know if that'd be a good comp. Don't know if that'd be an optimal comp. Ardra this season? It's fine. Good enough to chest keys and stuff, but not great. Okay. First tier measured from the launch expansion. Last tier includes the next expansion's pre-patch. What does it mean by days spent per tier? Like how long a season lasts? Probably when you have like the best gems and stuff, no aim. I don't know what this means. First tier, yeah, first tier measured from launch of expansion. Last tier includes the next expansion's pre-patch. Hasn't it always been 6-month tiers? Am I missing something? Haven't really last like all of Dragonflight. We don't know, Texas. Instant disconnect from WoW going 3.5 times faster. Let's see. When did the raid come out? Nerebar Palace came out on the 17th. Correct me if I'm wrong, but it hasn't been 180 days. I'm confused. I don't know if there's like an assumption, but we don't like have a release date, you know? Yeah. I don't know. I don't understand the chart. What can you do? It's my honest opinion on the current Mythic season as a healer. There's a lot of areas where it would be great if you could out-heal it, but there's so many times where you just like can't out-heal people's mistakes because the game is so focused on like stops and crowd control and shit like that. It's pretty irritating. It's kind of no surprise that the game has gotten like more and more and more focused on meta type stuff. That's, I don't know, kind of always been the direction, especially when they make it easier to reroll and shit. That stuff isn't surprising to me, but it's more irritating that like crowd control has become such a dominant skill and people hate learning it. And Blizzard's solution is like, fuck it, we're just gonna make it harder, you know? That stuff's probably the worst. Yeah. We need a long rant video about this. I'm trying to think of a good title. I'm really not sure what to like call a title for all of this. Dude, am I just having a day? What the hell is this guy saying? I said, I totally get how more devs doesn't always equal more content, but why does it feel like the class design team is always understaffed? They design hero talents plus tier sets for everyone, and now we get less? Also strange not having Goblin as tier set appearances. I'm talking about how tier sets are role-based instead of... Is this guy illiterate? I don't know. I don't know. Look at the newest WoW VOD. The guys are so genuine. They want the best for the game. Not sure where it's going wrong at. Oh yeah, like I guarantee you that the Undermine aesthetics and the drive stuff's gonna be cool. Like I don't feel like anybody really doubts that. At least I hope not. All right. Light Chi Burst. It's pretty good damage. Big AoE damage. Give us bullet points on what you want to talk about, and we can workshop a title. True. I'll see the point of the drive thing. I think that it falls in the same vein of like dragon riding races, where it's a cool addition to the game, which I'd imagine didn't seem like it, like, I don't know, maybe it was like super difficult at the start, but I think it's a cool mini game that they can add, and over time adding lots of little mini games is just a nice way to do it. Yeah, dude, I love the Ninja Air Fryer. I use it constantly. What's my theme on the title? Good, bad, bored? Just confused, I guess. Just confused. I think beyond anything else, one of the biggest pieces that people always want to have is like some change. And like I think everybody in their heart of hearts knows that there's going to be a meta no matter what. But having more changes to the meta, more things shaking it up, is basically the best way to fight against a meta existing. I think what pisses people off is when the meta is the same for a very long period of time in any game. When it's the same hero, it's the same spec, it's the same stuff, season after season after season, right? And having just like a little thing of like, oh, this makes this other tank good, or this makes this other healer better, or whatever, stirs the pot enough to keep it from getting, stagnant. Joker, thank you for the 5 months, man. Yeah, and I don't know. I think the biggest thing for me, especially as somebody who's like played for a long ass time, played like over 10 years straight, never took any breaks, and been streaming and making content. Actually, I've been playing for like 12 years straight.
5, 4.
It's so weird that they haven't like nailed down these 0.07 patches to give people more like juice to kind of come back into. And my niche obviously is like, healing and M+ and all that other fun stuff. And I feel like the biggest thing people want is just a little bit to stir the pot, right? I get that it's going to be hard to balance. Though if you remember, as an example, in Dragonflight, in Season 1, they did a lot of class changes at the very beginning of the expansion. Like, they were actively trying to change things frequently. So it's kind of strange. Dungeons no longer changing week to week. The meta could change every 6 to 8 weeks. It would not matter. What do you mean? Why wouldn't it matter? Why wouldn't it matter if like one spec started doing turbo amounts of damage or healing or whatever? Probably burnt out devs. I mean, I think there's a lot of people who are burnt out of their jobs but still do a good job or a good enough job. Yeah, they added AUG mid-season. True, that was in Season 2. Kind of made things worse, but they definitely were making changes. How long have you been playing seriously before I started reaching 0.1% title? I've had it ever since it existed. Like, when Legion was coming around, I basically was already pushing myself to be like a hardcore player and everything. Yeah. You don't think that people who have the ability to push IO have already done so within that 6 to 8 weeks? Well, if specs get buffed, and usually that also accompanies dungeons getting nerfed to some degree, a lot of times what happens is that the key levels just go higher. Yeah. Thumbnail is a big picture of the new Goblin drive car, and you're inside it. Things driving me crazy about WoW. That's a banger. Now, if only I was good at graphic design.
Hey, Jack, all good?
Yo, how you doing, Maya? Doing pretty well. Thank you for the 5 months in a row. I would say, I guess to put it in like a, to keep it simple, I think the things that are like kind of driving me crazy lately is that you experience the game. Everybody experiences the game through a different like lens, like glasses, right? And the lens with which people experience WoW is they experience it through the lens of like class design. And if class design for their class is weak, bad, whatever, then like you're gonna enjoy the game less. If you're a player who likes to do M+, which is a huge, huge pool of people. Not everybody, but it's a big pool, right? People who are in Goldshire don't really care, you know, if their class is good most of the time. You know, whatever. But from like a perspective of like, there were so many people who got into WoW, especially in like Shadowlands. I can't tell you how many times I've had people be like, oh, I loved this in Shadowlands, but I hate it now when it comes to like M+. Whether it's healing or tanking or whatever, right? It's usually when people, like, a lot of people started, recent people started. And it's so weird that it's like, certain aspects of the community get fed. You know, a lot of like casual players have been getting fed really well this expansion, which is good. It's good for the game. But then it's also very, very strange that the like M+ side has been asking for more meta shakeups. And we're not really getting it, you know? Oh well. I tried to hit it early enough for him. Yeah, this guy doesn't want to sit still. I gotta... I just gotta not dispel him. So. Don't move. Yeet. There we go. Class specific. Oh. Why would we go into the corner? I guess chat got me. Like, I don't know why we would go into a corner. I thought everyone was on me. Took a peek at chat. People are not on me. What can you do? What can you do? I know. How dare I? Trying to chat. Trying to chat with the boys. 3 tiers of raid, get rid of mythic and make heroic between current difficulty and current mythic. It's actually so weird because there's like 5 difficulties actually. I would argue there's actually like 5 difficulties in the game. There's the 4 usual ones, and then there's like a pre-nerf mythic, and then there's like the post-nerf mythic. The way that they've changed around Silken and Queen Anzarek is like obscene. It's actually ridiculous. I'm not saying it's like the end of the world, but it's such a highlight of skill gap over time. Like how they're designing the game, who they're designing the game for, all of it. And the difficulty curve gets like really harsh really quick because you can pile up a whole stack of corpses on some of the first boss fights, like the first 4, you know. Obviously, like Rashanan can be pretty unforgiving. But then you get to like Ovanax, it's like, well, you make one mistake, everyone's dead. Everyone's gone. Kill. Second half of Nihilotha, all the ketchup was in place and seriously has to consider corruption until the vendor was already in place and the gameplay power was so over the top. I had a great time. Game of Whiplash starting SL Season 1, having to play that. Not saying I hated it, but it was two very different games. That is true. That definitely started a lot of Whiplash for a lot of players. Probably is part of why they got rid of borrowed power. In a lot of respects. Because people would kind of like, you know, be playing the end of expansions and starting new ones and feel just insanely weak. One thing I even noticed, it used to be even worse. You used to start expansions with like no haste. You know, now we're getting in like 30-40% regions and haste and everything like that from the beginning. But we used to have like garbage haste for the entire like first 2 seasons. And it wasn't until like the 3rd or the 4th seasons that they would have where you would actually start to feel good, you know? You actually really like Covenants, and Covenant locked abilities don't shoot me? Oh no, man. Get him! Off to the re-education camps with you. I think the most simple like issue with Shadowlands type stuff was that like, yeah, you could have a meaningful choice, but it was just so tedious to like change your mind or make a swap. Because not only did you have to do all the quests and earn all the credit to swap, but then you also had to like complete all the campaigns and shit. It's like you were doing the questing campaigns multiple times over on all of your characters every single time. Like you spent such an enormous, like I feel like I played barely any Dragonflight as an example. I feel like I barely played any Dragonflight whatsoever. And I did the exact same amount of keys I did in Shadowlands. The difference was literally just the quantity of keys done. Or sorry, the quantity of questing done. Yeah. Main issue was popular content creators shitting on the game. See, I don't know. Maybe I'm biased because I am a content creator, but I kind of feel like content creators don't have as much power as people kind of give it. People kind of give us credit for. People are like, oh, people hate it because the creator said it was bad, and it's like, I think that happens sometimes. But I think there's actually a lot of times where content creators will see negative sentiment and then they parrot it. Like they see that negative sentiment is popular and then they parrot that. But that starts with like the community, not with the creator. So. They're like, oh, this is a popular opinion, so I'll start spreading it, you know? Like, as an example, in, you know, BFA especially, a lot of like Bellular's content was like very negative, I remember. And I remember that kind of like rubbing a lot of people the wrong way. And then in Dragonflight, he had like, I would say like 70% of the videos that I saw from Bellular were like positive, like posi content as much as possible, you know? Like, did that help Dragonflight? Maybe a little bit, but I don't think anybody would say Dragonflight was one of the most hype expansions, you know? So I played in TW, was super hyped to watch streamers to learn. It's either been PvP is dead, and plus it's horrible, ratings pointless. It does take a toll when everyone keeps saying that. Of course. Of course. I mean, I think more than ever. There's actually a lot less content creators in WoW now than there used to be. Shadowlands is like the hype. Shadowlands was insane. They went over where the dragons were. There was a lot of like dragon people than dragons. Thank you, Sakura. How you doing? Holy Priest solo pug with 626. Worth it? Nah, go play disc. IMO. Oh yeah, I mean like pandemic had everybody at home playing the game. Low interest rates. Everybody with that stimmy money and all that good stuff. Oh yeah. Ow. 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 Holy shit. The dot on top of that. I guess I should have just ripped the diffuse in the first one. I thought because I had a lot of healing up I was gonna be fine. This Asmon playing retail. I kind of had the feeling that he was also just tired of the game. The other thing is when you stream full time, if you're getting more viewers with X instead of Y, you're gonna be like, ah, I hate that game that gets me less viewers. You know, and that's always a popular thing too. Come on. And our bait's kind of suffered a little bit there. Which cloak? Something crappy. I'm probably gonna craft a cloak, to be honest. Are we getting Dustbringer? We should. Right here, Dustbringer, Diffuse. Pretty sure that does not work anymore. Let's run 8s. Nah, I want to do bigger keys. It's the next thing I'm going to upgrade, though. Probably. Yeah. Yeah, I think a lot of games had like insane, unprecedented levels of like players during pandemic times. Although for WoW, actually for all the Blizzard games, I remember because that's before like the buyout and everything that they had. A lot of Blizzard titles actually lost players during the pandemic. They had like a really big downturn. Like they lost players and they lost like a lot of employees too. Both from like their own layoffs and also for people like going to Riot and shit. Yeah, it was like what, a year into the pandemic or something like that? Where there was all the sexual harassment stuff going on. New ring on Priest? Not yet, because the gems suck. When the gems are good, I will, though. Boom! Your games came out then, too. Warzone was massive, so resources might have went there. Valorant was popping off. True. Very, very true. Yeah, that's true. Actually, Among Us is big. Woo! Where I'm just having unreasonable arguments with the boys over Among Us is a wild time. I miss that, dude. I miss that. Really shows you who you can play poker with, and those games are always fun because it also just shows who is like who you can have fun with doing anything. Because you would have like either the best of times playing that game or like the worst of times with certain people. They would just get like super petty. I don't think you can craft pieces and then catalyze them. Pretty sure you cannot. Some people's logic is baffling. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. But the more baffling part of it is when they convince other people. That's the best part. That's the best part. See, I feel like I would get punished because I would like make up really like logical arguments, and then they're like, "You're putting in too much effort. You're obviously sus." And then I'd be like, "Ah, like it's not me, it's him. That guy's an asshole." And they're like, "He is an asshole." Like, and then they voted him off, and I'm like, "Oh, this is how it's supposed to work." They just believe it so much they start convincing people. Yeah, that's how you make friends and influence people. Apparently, you got to believe it yourself. So, you'd like to nonners, but it's not the end of the world. Historically, your stats are all like pretty decently close together. It's not like you're gonna do like negative healing or something because you don't have enough of X stat or Y stat, you know. Not using the new ring till we get good gems. Hasn't been a new Zoomer game since Valorant. I mean, would Marvel Rivals count? I mean, I guess it's kind of just been Fortnite for a while. I know they did something new with Fortnite recently. Okay, we're gonna have insane amount of lightning. Game that absolutely everyone played every 5 years or so. First WoW, then LoL, then Fortnite, then it stopped. That is true. Games got better. No, I think it's that there's a lot of people who like stuck with WoW, or a lot of people who stuck with Fortnite, or stuck with LoL. I think that's more about what it is these days. It's not like everybody migrated from A to B to C. Yeah, like right now, like the trend obviously is Marvel Rivals. Yeah. Which I'm probably gonna play some more today because it's been really fun. I'm not gonna lie, it's been really fun. Healing in that game is like really powerful. I feel like that you can just out heal the damage so often, and that if the other team doesn't have like decent healers, you can just like steamroll them with the power of healing. Same with Magneto, and your shielding is OP. He's really good, yeah. Is there a mercy healer? You don't really like attach to one person or anything, no. Nothing like that. Yeah, Marvel Rivals does feel a lot like early Overwatch days, which I fucking love. Having, like, there's always gonna be a meta in all these different games, but early on, where you could just outplay people and you kind of just figure it out, that shit owns. I guess I didn't really need to use revival there. Yeah, kind of a waste. Best thing for WoW is other games being good at the same time. Player base could maybe use an organic deceleration. What is an organic deceleration to you? Just less people playing? You're saying that the WoW player base needs to be purged? A little bit of cleansing? Now we're talking. Less time spent in-game per day. Hit the wall later. Oh, less binge. Less binge, more snack. So. It feels like Final Fantasy got like a quick sugar rush of being like the MMO for a little bit. But it didn't last as long as I expected. The meta is like, new person comes in, plays through the story, it's like, oh my god, this is amazing. And then, you know, there's not as much for people to like stick around unless they like grew up with it. Friends have a nice little rhythm, do keys and WoW till bored, then do casual fun stuff in another game. Yeah. I think that's probably a lot of people. Yeah, not having like M+ the way WoW does definitely takes away from it. Doors 2 housing furniture at the moment. I really hope that there is a stupid amount of furniture with WoW housing. I really, really do. One thing that instantly improves WoW is they hire more people, but EPS has been far more important than game quality for a while. It's affecting all games everywhere. True. Why do I do this? Why do I heal the DK? They saw how that $9 mount sold, which wait till it's house cosmetics. Oh, it will be. Oh, yeah. It will 100% be house cosmetics. Oh, yeah. But listen, man. Long as the game is good, okay? They can sell as many cosmetics as they want. Long as the game is good. These patters. I need this for my lightning. There you go. I was trying to hold on to it. Your WoW house will be so shitty. No, it's not. It's gonna be incredible. And I'm dead. See, now he's like out of range. All right. Interest rates would be in a WoW house mortgage. If I feel like the game is gonna have people riot if it's like difficult to get a house the way Final Fantasies is. Like, I would be very, very surprised if they made it difficult to buy a house in WoW. I'm sure it's gonna be expensive. Yeah, I'm sure like the good stuff's gonna be very expensive because they'll benefit very heavily from a high cost for housing or something like that. But basically, if like they made it not possible, though, I feel like that would lead to riots. Like having it as a random lottery, I guess is the best way to say it. If they had it like that, that would fuck people up. Base house would be easy if you wanted to look something like besides a shanty, where that's where the wallet comes in. Yeah, I think most people would be fine with that. If you're playing a Blizzard game, they know. You know. Come on, splice. Splice me. Damn. Much as I don't want him to do housing stuff on the cash shop, if I'm farming gear and a chair drops, I'll be pissed. It's gonna happen, man. Prepare yourself. Whoa. Points. We're getting points. 3,100 also. Nice. They said it applied to one target, George. Garrison 2.0, but smaller scale. They learned that giving us instance mine and garden was too OP. Like 10% is going to be limited plots. I'd imagine it's going to be something like an aesthetic garden, not like a you can get stuff for professions out of it. So, yo, how you doing, Adkins? I play real songs. Go look up like VOD track with OBS. There's like a million guides for it. It's really easy to set up. Yeah, it seems like the power of the it seems like the power level of the tier sets look kind of weak right now. Why are people saying they're trying something new? They're trying something new. Yeah, I know. It's role-based. I don't think people wanted that. So. Oh, I love playing disc. I just don't have a group right now to do like 18s and stuff on. So, I'm like, yeah, fuck it. Might as well just play my monk. Make some progress on that. I mean, I could just sit there and, you know, slam pub groups and stuff on my priest all day long, but I'd like to have some kind of like progress point, basically, you know? Some kind of point of progress. Cool with weak tier sets. I'm not cool with his slowly stripping away individuality from class design. Well, I think what Tettles was saying before was like, tier sets are fun because they interact with your spec and make your spec feel a little bit different or more noticeable. Just having like, this tier set gives you X extra healing is not really that enticing. In fact, it's kind of like the bad kind of enticing because it's like you want it because it'll increase your power, not so much because it feels more powerful. It'll look more powerful on a meter, but it doesn't give you that connection to like, I'm more powerful because I swing faster, I do extra attacks, I do other cool stuff, I get to jump through hoops, you know? That's the issue I have. RNG in a performance. That happens all the time. I don't know. I think there's plenty of times where there's like tier set bonuses of like you have a chance to proc this or that, you know? Yeah, just make every tier set bonus Twilight Dev. There we go. That'll be perfect. All right, let me run to the bathroom quick. 1 sec. I'll be right back. Okay. You laugh and people would love it? Oh, dude, 100%. 100% people would love it if they got to activate Twilight Dev. 100%. Yeah, they need to go back to the, like, keep it simple, stupid. Honestly, I don't think people would mind if they even brought back some, like, old corruption effects. I think that shit would own actually. Yeah, Jack and this, just look up VOD track for OBS. It's just a setting built in. All right, so we got the 13 Cydia threads. Actually, I have upgrades, don't I? God, I love how many Gilded Crest I'm getting. All right, what do I have left to upgrade? Oh, I could craft a piece, couldn't I? I already have a binding ring. So I guess it would probably be a cloak. Yeah, let's see. And I'll keep an eye out for some more keys. Does feel like we're still be going flash heal and heal for the raid to get as many casts as possible for insurance? Seems that way, yeah. But like we won't know until we actually get some news, right? Like what I was really hoping is we'd be able to get a decent bit of info on what the next season would look like in terms of class changes. You know? But I guess we gotta wait a little bit longer. Fix or adjust Oracle for Priest? That'd be nice too. Yeah, that'd be nice too. Alright, I got a Spark and I got a Shopping List. Well, it's kind of like the 4-set. If everyone has the same 2-set, then the 4-set's like another way to activate the 2-set. That's kind of what it seems like, Hendu. Which is like, you know, fine, right? Not insane, though. Yeah, that was like what I was hoping that 1107 was going to bring to us, was like different ways to balance out the tier sets better. Or the hero talents better, excuse me. Because, I mean, we definitely did not have perfection when it came to the Dragonflight talents at the beginning, right? There was a lot of time to like balance things out, get things figured out, get them polished up. And I kind of expected the same when it came to hero talents. But now is around the time where we should be getting a lot of buffs for the underperforming hero talents, adjusting the design of them, whatever it might be, you know? Our Dispriest doing so much damage. Really, really high Shadow Covenant uptime, like 40-50% Shadow Covenant uptime, 40+% uptime on their Entropic Rift. Things like that. Yo, how you doing, Steven? All right. Lots of stuff. Let's go a crafting. Talking yesterday to a YouTuber who had a video about Mythic breaking the community. What was it called? Bellular did a video about how, like, Mythic Plus is unsalvageable. I think that's what you mean. That was a good one. He hyped it up a lot, but I think it did a really good job of, like, highlighting a lot of fixes. One of them was talking about, like, how he would do solo queue, for example, which I think was really good. All right, don't need any embellishes. I think we just do lots of haste first, which is Aurora. Yeah. Voidweaver for Holy. If only, man. Have that proc off Holy Fire or something. Oh, that'd be so good. It's an insane healing potion I have on my favorites. What do you mean? I have this in my bags, but it's not like a favorites. I don't have a keybind for it. They're just sitting in my bags. My auction house. Oh, I have the old spirit pots. Yeah, dude, the favorites for the auction house is so annoying because it's always character based. So my priest has a bunch of like relevant stuff, and then my alts all have like random shit. All right, got the goods. Okay. I'm glad all the crafters switched to tip whatever you think is fair. Let's see. My alt, Yiffy Fox. Can craft. Yiffy Fox. There you go, Yiffy Fox. Enjoy. A pair of players keeping up the reputation, it seems. Yup. Oh, yeah. Oh, man. I mean, the way it sounds, every healer will have insurance, and the 4-piece will just interpret that differently. That's what it sounds like to me. Yeah. That's what it sounds like to me, is like everybody will just apply insurance differently through their abilities. Because it's like, all of your abilities have a chance, but then like, then your 4-set gives you a chance to control it, I guess. I don't know. If they made it so that like, Dispriest, I don't know, did bonus healing, or they would like also apply a shield off of it, I guess that might help some, but like, hey, your 2 sets buff. Trying something new is fun. I'm not too thrilled with how they're doing it, at least with Holy Priest. But Holy Priest is usually the most basic one. And I don't know, I hesitate to call it new, because we've had times with like Azerite armors where we just have like general buffs that everybody sort of takes, general heal increases that everybody takes. Yeah. It's per cast even, yeah. Per cast. Trying to age Pally, but seem to be struggling with them. Have you been playing like Lightsmith AC stuff? There it is. Let's go. Made by Yiffy Fox. Wonderful. Wonderful. Oh, I gotcha. Yeah, I mean, as you're leveling, just be get like really comfortable with, you know, using your Holy Shock, using your Word of Glory, using your spenders, stuff like that. Sometimes tuning when you're leveling can be really awkward. You're healing like a higher level person, you're like doing tons of output, and then you're healing a lower level person, and you just can't move their health bars up. It can get weird. It can get really weird. Tell us how you get that big dinosaur mount. How neat. I gave Blizzard money. Yeah. I would have to imagine that there's several stacks of insurance that you would get on the raid. Yeah. Our monk's coming together, man. He's getting juiced up. So I need a Mythic Track chest. Next on the list is ring and wrists. I need Mythic Track glove, Mythic Track chest, a different trinket. Eh. Yeah, dude, it's a time saver. I need 14 City Siege, Wake, Stone Vault. Maybe we can find a Stone Vault. Not without any decurses. That's the other unfortunate thing, is I feel like I gotta be like looking for comps that specifically have like the decurses. So, I mean, Holy Pally had like what? Really small buffs, right? And a buff to like Save of the Light. And then some like small HPS increase. It didn't seem like it was anything big. Yeah. Yeah, 200% to 215. It's like, whatever. Unfortunately, the buffs and changes this time around were like on the right specs, but not really large enough. It was weird. It was really weird. How to use Chi G effectively? Let me put down a turnip. Where turnip? So whenever you have your Celestial up, keep in mind that the damage that you are doing with your Celestial is also kicking up healing. You'll find it in the healing breakdown under... I think it's under the Mastery, actually. Yeah, it's under Gust of Mist. So this is the Chi G Mist, basically. So you have, when you activate your Celestial, it activates the Chi Cocoons on everybody. And then your damage produces healing, which is the Gust of Mist right here. And then when you Enveloping Mist people, it puts out the Enveloping Breath, right? So all of those things make up your Celestial healing. But also, you want to make sure that you're kind of like prepping it as best you can. So what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to build up like 4 stacks of Blackout Kick. And so what I would do is basically I would have like Rising Sun Kick already on cooldown, activate the Celestial, hit a big Blackout Kick, which gives me 3 stacks of the Chi G, hit an Enveloping Mist on myself or somebody else, then I'd hit a Rising Sun Kick into a regular Blackout Kick, and I'd have 2 stacks, and then I wouldn't have an instant cast, but I would have a faster cast out of Enveloping Mist. And then that's kind of how you would spread it around. Around like 2 or 3 stacks, you would just be casting your Enveloping Mist on people, getting more envelops out onto the party, blast and big healing. But it's very much like a support to everything else you have going on. Yeah. That makes sense. How much haste for Holy and M plus? Like 20 to 30%, something like that. Yeah. No, I use click casting with Cell. Yeah. Right here for you. So, I try to have, for Holy and Raids, I try to have around like 15% haste. I think I'm at like 16 or 17% right now. And then lots of crit mastery. For Disc and M+, I try to have as much haste as I can get without sacrificing intellect. And then mastery, if you're just focusing on your like 10s and 12s. Haste and verse, if you're focusing on keys above like 14s, 15s. So, you can use click and sell together. I think there's an option somewhere in here. Maybe they just have it natively working now. It used to not work. But you can use click and sell together now. Oh yeah, I got you, Joni. Click casting is basically just where I left click on somebody and it casts Vivify. Right? Left click, Vivify's cast. I right click, I cast Soothing. You know? I hit control left click, cast a spell. So that way I'm clicking on the frame and using my right hand, my mouse hand, to cast the healing spell. And then my left hand is keyboard hand, and I'm just using that to cast, you know, damage abilities and whatnot. So, I haven't tried it, Michika. Nah. No, I'm not really into like caster builds or anything with Monk. Straight to jail. Yeah, I mean, if I want to play a caster, I play the caster characters, you know? This add-on is called Cell. This is what I use for all my healing. So you need a new mouse? I mean, I only use a mouse with 2 side buttons. Button 4, button 5, and then a middle mouse button. Yeah. Very, very simple stuff. Fist moving is cool, but like, what if you didn't? Then I just play something else. I play all the healers. Yeah. Nice and easy. I've never used a 12-button mouse or anything, ever. Yeah. I don't know. Never really had the desire for it. I've just, at least with how I've set up like all my keybinds and stuff, I just haven't really like needed it, you know? I just haven't really needed it at all. JB, Vickman, even Nick. Oh, neither of them do? Yeah. That's the thing, like when you're healing especially, you just get used to using all the modifier keys. Makes it easy, you know? Just makes it easy. I don't know why I'm like so tired today. Sorry if I'm a little bit low energy and stuff, but I think I'm just gonna head off a little bit early. I gotta get packing, go visit family and everything like that. So I'll be gone for a couple days, and I actually will be back for Christmas. So I might have a little Christmas stream on Tuesday or Wednesday. I'll let you guys know. But if I don't see you guys until then, have a Merry freaking Christmas. Happy New Year, all that other good stuff. I think I'm probably gonna be back streaming for a little Christmas Eve thing at least, if not a Christmas Day cooking stream or something like that. But we'll see. We'll see. I'll make sure to have some updates and everything like that. I'll take some pictures of the family and hang out with them and probably have it on my Instagram and stuff. But yeah, Love you faces, guys. Take it easy. Like I said, back probably Christmas Eve if you guys are want to join or anything like that for a little cooking stream or something at that time. But yeah, I'll be back soon. And we should have some new videos coming out. At least one before I leave. Gotta make sure that they're good to go on that one, in fact. Hopefully. Hopefully. All right, dudes. Have a great night. Love you faces. And I'll be back on Christmas Eve, all right? Later, friends.